in Kitab Tahdhib al-Ahkam by Shaykh al-Tusi, volume 6, page 172, he states, Taqiyya was rather made to withhold the spilling of blood. That's one of its main purposes. Understand, ya Jahil. But when Taqiyya reach the spilling of blood, then there is no Taqiyya. By Allah, be convinced, if you are called to help us, you will say, we don't do, but rather we use Taqiyya, and Taqiyya would have been more beloved for you than your fathers and mothers. And if Al-Qa'im, Qa'im Ali Muhammad, would rise, he would not need to question about that help, and would perform Allah's hudud, restriction on many of you, the people of hypocrisy. So here the Imam is saying Taqiyya was rather made to withhold the spilling of blood. This is one of its reasons, is to withhold the spilling of blood. Of course, it's also to withhold from your property being taken away from you, from you being able to live, survive. For example, because if you're living underneath a tyrant, for example, that hates the Shia, and you can't get a job, you can't get jobs anywhere, you seal your faith. But he's continued, but when Taqiyya reaches the spilling of blood, then there is no Taqiyya. And then he says, he's talking to the Shia, by Allah, be convinced, if you are called to help us, you will say, we don't do, but rather we use Taqiyya. And Taqiyya would have been more beloved for you than your fathers and your mothers. So he's saying, do not misuse Taqiyya. Another point to show that the Imams have warned us from misusing Taqiyya, warned us from using it in every single case. He states, Imam Al-Sadiq alayhi salam, volume 2, page 105 in Al-Kafi, I heard Abi Abdullah alayhi salam say, when he was asked about belief and the rights of the believer, his brotherhood, and how he is and by what means it is proved and invalidated, the belief is of two aspects. One is that which is manifested to you from your companion, and if he manifests like what you believe in, his wilaya is established as well as his brotherhood, unless he then manifests the opposite of what he had manifested before. He then will be out of the rights that were established. That which he manifests later suspends his rights, unless, listen carefully here, then he claims to be for the purpose of Taqiyya, protection. Despite this, it is to be seen, Imam Al-Sadiq is saying, it is to be seen if it is not of the cases where use of protective measures, at-Taqiyya, is applicable or not. If then his claim is not for use of protective measures, Taqiyya, there are specific instances. Whoever misuses them will not have any benefit thereby. Of such examples, one is when there are evil people whose rules and judgments are against the judgment and actions of truth. In such, if the believer may use Taqiyya to the limits that does not harm the religion, such is permissible. So harming the religion, if it harms the religion, so people start believing in what you are doing Taqiyya in, it becomes haram. For religion is first. our heart, our blood, our soul, our bodies, all for the sake of the religion of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad.